Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Wednesday. Still something going on. Maybe just too much talking on the phone. But the voice is still weak. Good news is we're getting a little more help. Arlene is back from vacation. She always takes August and the old Jersey Shore. That's where she goes back to and hangs out with her family and all of that. She'll be back today, so that will provide relief. It has been absolutely non-stop with gold, silver, and Texit. It is Wednesday. We will spend most of the show today with Texit updates, and I've got a bunch of them. So if you are thinking about getting in, you're going to, like it does a lot, right? Hey, you've got deadlines. We got more deadlines coming. The gold specials, listen, I'm going to get right to it, okay? So yesterday, we did some great $20 gold business both ways. We had people bringing $20 gold pieces in to get into Texit. People buying $20 gold because the price was so great. We have now started with some of our early Texit people. They're starting to buy their gold back already, just kind of like we told you was going to happen. But here's what I've got, okay? You ready? I've got 12 Mint State 61 $20 gold pieces. Some are libs, some are saints. You get what you get. I mean, I guess if you call early and say, I want a saint or a lib, we can make that happen. But I'm not going to guarantee anybody anything other than they are graded MS61 they're in their hard plastic cases. Right now, spot gold, $33.87. $33.87. These are going to be $33.95. Okay, $33.95. So like $8 over spot for Mint State 61 20s. I've got 15 ungraded 20s. So these were, remember, we had yesterday. $33.75. So those are going to be essentially $12 right now under spot. So 12 Mint State 61 $20 gold pieces at $8 over right now at $33.95. 15 ungraded 20s at $33.75. And I got 15 rolls of silver still left. Right at cost today, because silver's down a little bit. So right at cost today, $825 at 800-951-0592. It's a kind of a quiet day today. Everyone's waiting for tomorrow and Friday. What's tomorrow? Jobless claim. Friday, inflation. Today, the Dow's up 135. The S&P's up 10. The Nasdaq's up 24. The 10-year note, not that impressed, 4.27. And right now, the whole Lisa Cook thing, this is going to go to court. As of right now, she is still in. Remember, Donald Trump trying to fire Fed Governor Cook for cause over the whole listing two houses as her primary residence to get favorable loan terms. We're going to see how that plays out. I don't think it's going to... If Trump is successful and they decide that he does have the power to fire her, I will say that instead of 1 or 2 rate cuts this year, we're going to get 75. We'll get 3. because it will be Trump will have the majority of the votes. Heck, they could even throw a 50 basis point cut in there. I will say this. We would probably get new all-time record highs in gold if Trump is successful. And I'll say this right now. I would say, Jason, maybe 50-50 that he's going to be possibly successful in firing Cook for cause, but there's no guarantee on that. So I think right now the market's kind of taken, okay, I think we get NVIDIA after the bell today. Other than that, everybody really wants to see what jobless claims are going to look like tomorrow, and then, of course, the inflation number on Friday.
Let's just see what happens. I'm with you, Joe. I think the rate cuts are coming. I don't know how quick they'll come down or how much they'll do. Let's just, I guess we're just going to be like everybody else, but we're going to talk about it a little more than the average show, but let's see what happens. I think there's got to be some sort of mini emergency so that they can say, oh, look, whole point. I think the whole point thing is somewhere behind some concocted fear story. And, then we'll see. Then we'll see.
800-951-0592. Let me go over the specials again because, well, they're just that good. 12 MS-61 $20 gold pieces. I've got some libs. I've got some saints. I've got 12 of them. They're $33.95. And then I've got, and by the way, look at this. I figured this was going to happen. Here comes gold. $33.92 now. So you can buy MS-61s. You know what? Let's just call it what it is. I'm going to say, you know what? You're buying MS-61s at spot, $33.95. By the way, TV gold's like $34.25, something like that. I've got 15 ungraded 20s, $33.75, so like $20 below. And then I've got 15 rolls of silver at cost at $825. And you call 800-951-0592 and get your gold and silver put away. So we've been obviously talking a lot about cryptocurrencies, talking a lot about Texit, the opportunity. You know, the Bobby Gray, the founder, you know, is this the second chance at Bitcoin? And new price targets. And, you know, Bobby was concerned, hey, I didn't want to go too far because I want everyone to be laser focused on building out the mine. That is job number one, right? When you become a miner, you're helping us build the mine itself. Yesterday, pretty historic day. If you guys were on Telegram or the Texit Facebook page, you could see the first of 35 BC40 fog hash mega mines that got put into place in Victoria, Texas yesterday. The next one, by the way, that mine will be live. We're probably a couple of weeks away. We're still, the power company made a lot of progress. Here, you know what, it was just a good day all around for the mine. They made a lot of progress. They think that worst case scenario, we're going to flip that switch in 3 weeks, but we're hoping for 2. The next mega mine, and there's going to be 35 of them. Why? Because we'll have a 100 million mega hash mine. That's why. Is going to go in the old abandoned Bitcoin mine. We are just waiting for that container to get to the dock. Right, so it is in the ocean. Matter of fact, there's 3 other containers in the ocean coming. The next one goes into the Mansfield location. You're going to see the mining power shoot way up. Because that's one of the things the naysayers, they're not doing it. They're not really building the mine. Of course we are. What people don't see until you're a miner, we buy all the mining equipment as we go. Just so you know. You know, I told you guys on Monday, hey, listen, we bought 50 more L9s. Which, by the way, that's the top of the line. Trust me on that. You can't buy a better piece of mining equipment. We've got a total of, 3 more. We got 4 of these mega mines. 4 more are being built as we speak, right? And we got 4 more coming, 4 more coming. You got the idea. The whole world is going to see exactly what it is, this crowdsourcing that we have done. Yesterday, we almost set a record on a Tuesday. Usually our biggest days are Friday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the biggest days. Tuesday, we almost broke the Friday record. We just missed 400 new miners in a single day signing up. We are over 19,000 miners. We will hit 20,000 miners on Friday. The only question will be on Monday morning, is it going to be how close to 21? I think we'll be at 21,000 on Monday. It's incredible. Incredible. Here's the thing. The amount of new miners signing up, right, where we've hit that point, that inflection point, just because of all the people already in and talking about Texit. Here's the next breaking point. 50,000 miners. If you are not one of the 50,000 miners, which, by the way, I think we'll hit 50,000, ready for this, somewhere between the end of September and the middle of October. That's when we're going to be at 50,000. That's not long. I mean, because August is pretty much over. It's the 27th. In the next, let's say, 6 weeks. One of the great things about being early, and you guys know if you've been taking your commissions in hash and you've signed some people up, you got to have some cash potential, you get double the hash. You make a $3,000 commission, they give you $6,000 worth of hash. That will end at 50,000. No more double, no more free hash. You want cash, you want Texit coin, you want hash. It's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, no extras. So a little more incentive to get in now. Now I do need to I made a mistake, and I need to correct it. This probably affected 4 or 5 of you guys out there. This is on the 27 packs. So Jason and I were pretty smart, and we try to set it up to where if you do the 27 pack, we put it in such a way that you can get a bonus, an additional bonus in your main center. So as I went, I said, listen, you got 11 in your main, right? Because 9 plus 2 in your second, 9 plus 2 in your third, that's 33, but you're going to get a 99. You're going to have 3,900 hash if you do the 27. That is true if you have signed some people up. And I kind of thought that by the 27, they counted that as people. They don't. So here's the good news. You still got 300 hash. So if you're a 27 pack, but you didn't sign anybody up, you got the 300 hash. You just didn't get the BOGO. To get BOGO hash, you had to have signed up at least, another person, which is reasonable. And I apologize. That was my mistake. So a lot of you did the 27 and it worked just the way I said. But there was some of you, hey, Joe, I only got 300 hash. I asked for clarification from KXXT. Jason, it was my mistake. They said, no, that's still one person, even though they're buying the 27 seats. So you didn't get the BOGO. So for those of you that have inquired about that, that is the answer. And I basically told it wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, just keep on going. That's all you have to do is just keep on going. And something else, because we're getting busy doing upping people's hash, and Joe's extra busy. If you're somebody that's been under my umbrella these first few months, we haven't talked about this too much, but Joe and I have come to an agreement that we're going to get a lot of the signups, a lot of the uptick, a lot of that stuff should be going through Arizona. I can help with it. If you have to have gold or cash or checks, you'll be bringing that to me, but it's all going to be flowing through Arizona, through Joe's office over there in Arizona, and that's what we want to happen. So you guys that were trying to get a hold of me yesterday, and I was flooded with texts of people, several of you guys were smart enough to call the 800 number. Joe and I are working a lot more efficiently and just in time, too, because if I was still able to do $50,000 to $70,000 into my Kraken account through my bank, I couldn't have kept up the last 2 weeks. It's just been overwhelming. And so more personnel, more ability. Joe's invoicing directly through text. It's just better right now. Hopefully Joe's thing keeps working, because if Joe's thing stops working, things are going to go thud on this progress. So we just want to keep on going. I want to make sure if Joe comes to me and says, "Hey, Jason, I have an issue," I'm gonna the heavy feeling in the stomach's going to happen, because I know it's like, where are we going to get another bank account or a situation? We're running the kind of money that you guys are pumping into this thing, and it's a lot like gold, because all this money that's coming in, it's all going into your accounts, just like with gold. Joe and I make the single-digit markup, right? All the money when you buy gold is essentially going into the gold you're buying. We do make, we're a business, we make our money, but it's very similar. So we just want to keep it pumping, right, Joe? I want to keep this thing moving, because everything that's good for you is good for us. Everything that's good for us is good for you guys.
To give you guys an idea, and I know that you guys know this because look at the minor counts. We're running, just Jason and I, $300,000 to $500,000 a week right now. Matter of fact, my wife and I were writing a check. It's basically $300,000, and it's only gotten busier. I hope you take advantage of this opportunity. What are we talking about? What is so unique about this? Mostly because, right, this is you getting in on the ground floor. When we talk about where KXXT is right now, we're just approaching the mine at 10% full. The problem is, at 50% full, it's like 30 days before it's 100%. That's just how it works, right? We're going to be there much quicker than we thought. But what you're doing when you purchase shares of the mine, seats in the mine, right? You can spend as little as $995. The max you could buy is in one chunk is 27 seats. Nobody is allowed to buy more than 27 seats, or $26,865.
Yes, ma'am.
800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Wednesday, giving you updates from the conference call with Bobby Gray yesterday. Very quickly, next Thursday at Barrio Brewing, you know the spot, we are going to have a prospects meeting. Got several miners out there that said, "Hey Joe, I've got people. They want to, they want to see it face to face. They want to see how it works. They want to ask questions." That will be next Thursday, 5:30 to 8. If you have prospects to bring, call an RSVP. If you're an existing miner, like, been here since May, June, this probably won't be for you. If you've just signed up, this is another meeting to come to. Absolutely. But this is going to be an intro to Texit meeting. The next meeting that we will have, we'll probably do another how to buy and sell Texit coin meeting coming up after this one. But that is next Thursday. So normally we do these on Wednesdays. It will be a Thursday, the 4th. From 5:30 to 8 p.m., bring your new prospects. Please RSVP at 800-951-0592. So what is this opportunity really? It's an opportunity kind of like a Bitcoin redo, right? And the ground floor. In other words, all of these other coins out there, because Bitcoin started this way. Remember, some guy gave like 20,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, right? I mean, Bitcoin was going to be money for the people. Of course, and then the banks took it over. This is money for the people. This is it right here. This is our opportunity. And each opportunity costs $995. The more shares you buy, the more hash you get, the more coins you get every day. Right now, the special is each seat is $995. If you buy 5, they'll give you a 6 for free. If you buy 9, they'll give you 2 for free. I always tell people, listen, if you're really unsure, throw $995 in. You've got 30 days to upgrade, right? But I've had a lot of people asking lately, hey, what do you think? What would you do? Here's the thing about buying 9 shares. 9 shares, $8,955. Not only do they give you 2 extra seats, right? 200 more hash, so $2,000 for free. They also give you what I call pay centers. They give you 2 extra pay centers. Those centers are empty, but, and all of you that have bought a 9-pack know when your coins come in the mail, you got 3 cold storage wallets. How come? Well, you can turn those pay centers on. How can you turn them on? Well, obviously, one, you can buy them on. Hence, the 27. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? You'll have 3 coins, essentially 3 centers generating coins every single day. How else can you do it? Well, you can put people under you and turn them on through the 369 program. Now, I think a lot of people, and when they've heard us talk about Texit, some of you get really excited and do a great job. I'm bringing in, I can't tell you, the amount of people that are signing up other people just out of excitement. It's crazy. And, of course, what's exciting about it? Not only are you're helping somebody else, but you're like, hey, do I get more hash if I do this? Hey, Hey, I can get more coins every day by spreading this because we're crowdsourcing this mine. But I want people out there to know this, the ones of you, because I think this is a lot of you. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't do that. You know, that's got that multi-level feel. It's not multi-level, but it has that feel, doesn't it? We're not going to shy away from it. It does. But guess what? What if you do nothing? I don't care if you buy a 1-pack, a 5-pack, a 9-pack, a 27-pack. Ready? Here's the worst thing that Texit will do for you. 6 months, you'll have enough coins that you can get your money back. Jason will tell you. Now, granted, we've only been in it since April. It's never taken that long. Right now, and this is I've done nothing. About 120 days, and you have gotten enough coins in your account that you could go into Dex Trade and sell them and get your money back. But here's the great thing about being a miner. You get coins every day. I don't care if you sell them all. Guess what? Tomorrow, you're going to get more coins. And you're going to get them for 135 years. Yesterday, Bobby was on a conference call, a Zoom call, and said, hey, listen, guys, I'm just telling you where I see the price. When we created $16, that was just our starting point. Bobby actually thinks when the mine is full, probably going to be closer to $100. But he said, I want to be cautious. That's why I started at $16. When this mine comes online, so just to give you an idea of what's going to happen in like 3 weeks or less, huge jump in mining power. So, oh my gosh, we're going to get more coins every day. No. Right? The mine is programmed to try to create blocks that generate about 95,000 coins a day. As a lot of you know, some days it's less, some days it's more, but it averages about 95,000. That will not change. What is going to change? We will start mining way more significant amounts of Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bellcoin, but primarily Lite and Doge. That we believe we will be getting rewarded 5% of all the Lite and Doge blocks being mined every day. What does that do? We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I got something about Litecoin when we get back.
Okay. 800-951-0592. Very quickly, gold is starting to really cook here. December gold, $34.40. Spot gold just under $33.95. We've got $12, $20 MS61. These are graded 20s, basically at spot, $33.95. And if you say take December spot, it's way below. Then we got 15 ungraded 20s. It's $20 less, $33.75. And then we've got 15 rolls of silver eagles right at cost from next, and now back to a little below cost at $825 at 800-951-0592. So just to give you real quick, and then Jason's going to chime in on Litecoin. We are going to be using this mining power to produce Lite and Dogecoin to the point where we think we'll be at least, and this Bobby says conservatively, 5% of them. If you take 5% of the market cap of Litecoin and Dogecoin, by the way, Litecoin is I think it's the number 20 crypto, maybe number 19. Doge is number 9. in the crypto universe, just based on 5% of their market cap. That would put Texit at around $32 to $40, depending on, because that's, let's face it, they move in price quite a bit. But $32 to $40 right there. And, of course, why wouldn't we be, right? Look at how much we create. I will say this. Bobby started laying out. Our Layer 2 is already done. We're waiting and you're going to see this start rolling out. As these mega mines get put into place, then we'll be ready to start rolling these out. But in addition to that, there are 5 other spots overseas that appear, and I don't want to say it's done. It's not done, but we could have 4 other versions of a Texit coin in other Asian markets very soon, and they will all share, kind of cross the thing. So you think about, hey, we got 35 megamines all over Texas. What if the whole state of Texas lost power? It's okay. We'll jump on to one of our friends overseas' mine. And so, think about this potential, Jason. It really is. These numbers seem outrageous. Bobby's saying 100, 1,000. Yesterday, he goes, listen, just by math and market cap and this and that, 2,000, 2,800 are extremely reasonable if, you use the market cap of these other coins.
Correct. And so, Joe, go back briefly because there's a whole lot of information. So just go back. You said mines are coming in. They're going to get set up, and then they're going to do what? It's not just Texas coin. What are they doing?
Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bellcoin. We're a clone of Litecoin, but we all use the same blockchain technology. So you can basically mine all 4 coins. Now, of course, we're permission. You can't mine our coin,
right?
Unless we say it's okay.
I wanted to go back to that because it's adding value to the Texit company. They're going to mine other coins. We're only mining so many Texit coins by the algorithm, by the blockchain rules. The programming says this is how many per day. It's good that it stays that way. That helps people that are in. If you're not in, you better get in. So Litecoin. About 2 weeks ago, it got up to $130. Litecoin's blockchain, they will be producing 84 million coins. What I've been saying about how good Litecoin is, it's one of those that we're trying Texit coin to be. It's going to be adopted, a regular coin that's going to be used. Great. I think Texit coin's following. However, when you look at Bitcoin 115,000, been as high as 120. Well, let's just say Bitcoin 130,000, and Litecoin $130. That's not going to. We talk about the gold to silver ratio. These cryptos are going to get to a ratio to each other, and the ratio doesn't match Litecoin to Bitcoin. Where should Litecoin be? Well, what's one quarter of, let's say, 120,000? Litecoin should be $40,000. Litecoin is at $113 today.
What's the difference? Well, one of the things that we think our Layer 2 is going to be way better than Litecoins. That's going to be at least that's what the plan is. That's the difference. I think people are going to be very, very, very surprised.
Well, think about mining it. On top of that, Joe, think about we're going to be mining. Texit coin is going to be mining something that could essentially go from $113 to $40,000, maybe in a couple of years, maybe 5 years. It shows you the intelligence of the progress of the forethought of how to put this program in place. $40,000 Litecoin with what Bobby's doing with these new mining machines is fantastic for us Texit guys, Jack or Joe. It's just fantastic.
Let me explain it. So $9.95 The mine's going to be full in 6 months. By the way, 50,000, you better hurry up and get in before 50,000 because then there's no more double hash. Anybody that's in before 50,000, your grandfather. Your grandfather. So keep that in mind. When we get back, when the mine is full, what are we talking about? How many coins am I going to get if I bought 1 share, 9 shares, 27 shares? We'll talk about that when we get back. 800-951-0592. That is the number to call for gold and silver or to sign up for Texit. Why don't I break it down for you? So the mine's going to be full in 6 months. If you bought 1 share at $995 and you got no more, you didn't get any extra hash, you just got 1 share. When the mine is full, you're going to get 0.095 coins a day. Okay? It's like a tenth of a coin, just under a tenth of a coin. At $50, that would be $4.75 a day. It's like $1,700, a little over $1,700 a year. Every year. Really? For $995? For 135 years. Now, there's halvings and stuff like that, but you get the point. At $100, which is kind of where I was like, yeah, I'd be kind of shocked if we're not there. That's $9.50 a day, or almost another $3,500 a year for an investment of $995. Are you kidding me? Right? How about if you did a 9-pack? Because you get 2 extra with a 9-pack. It's $8,955. You'd be getting 1.045 coins a day. At $50, you're getting $52.25 a day. A day. At $100, you're going to get $104.50 a day. 38,000 extra dollars a year. You kidding me? How great would Social Security look if you could take an extra $8,955 and turn it into $38,000 more dollars a year? How about the 20s? And this, guys, and this is doing nothing, guys. Nothing. You don't need to do anything to do really well with Texit. If you went and you bought the 27-pack, at $50, you'd be getting $161.50 a day. At $100, you'd be getting $323 a day, or $117,895 a year on a $26,000 and change, almost $27,000 investment. This is the type of opportunity that you don't get in the other coins. Why? Well, because the hedge funds gave them all the money to build the mine. And what was the cost? Well, we want the majority of the coins. Do you know? I'll give you another great one. XRP. Everyone, XRP, it's the darling right now. Do you know that it's also like us? You have to have permission to mine it. Do you know what the difference between us and XRP is? XRP is actually for the banks. We're like XRP, but we're for the people.
I thought XRP was pre-mined. I thought that whole thing was pre-mined.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't mine it, right? They determine already who gets it. Here, we get to be the miners for once. I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity. I think listen, like anything else, I'm not financial advice and all this stuff. I'm just presenting you what the opportunity is. 800-951-0592.